Oh, abs! I gotta stop doing this.
How did you do it?
I don't know. I don't know why the mic wasn't on. Did you touch the PC? Because I've got to repeat all the signings all over again.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. And there's been a lot of them. Welcome to Season 4, where, as usual, I've recorded the season opener and then realised there's no audio on the recording. FM21's going so well for me. Bring on FM22 already. And you can see how many games we played. We played 7 games off the camera. It's good. Really good. We got 9 points. We're 11th. There was a lot of summer transfer window. It's very exciting. I was really more exuberant about it when I did it the first time. I'll try and bring some of that enthusiasm back. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the big sale. Okay, there's been a fair amount of them, but this is the big one. Sievert Mansverk. This is a Mansverk. He is gone for £32.5 million to Watford. I signed him for £2.5 million, made a £30 million profit. I am a little bit disappointed because I do think he's actually really good. I might have made a mistake, but £32.5 million was a lot to turn down. And when you consider what I bought with that money, it might not be the worst sale I've ever made, but we will see. There have been multiple other sales. Damari Gray is gone for £2.3 million. Felix Carrera's gone. He's gone for £3.5 million. That was a massive loss and just an utter waste of time. This one hurt. Cameron Carter-Vickers went, bought him in on a free, sold him for £3.5 million. So made a pretty decent bargain there. The less I talk about Pershaw's, the better. Can we just ignore that? Pretend it never happened. Thank you. And as we all knew, Manuel Lanzini is gone. He's gone for £5.25 million over to Santos in Brazil. Good luck to you, mate. You were a very, very good player for us. Helped us get the championship. Fulfilled his end of the bargain. Actually, didn't play too badly last year. Maybe I should have played him more. But we finished in the top half. So, and on to the ins. First thing is we should note is that Adam Eder is back on loan. I still haven't signed him, but I've loaned him back from Norwich. We all know what he can do. Let's just not worry about it. Might as well go with the other loan that I brought in as well, and that is the loan of Luka Ivanusek, a player who is on Abby's save, which we will get around to doing a second episode too, once Abby is actually well and stops whinging about it.
Oi.
We all know what we get there with Ivanusek. He can play anywhere across the middle of the park in an attacking position. He's got very good dribbling. Physically, he's pretty decent. Mentally, he's quite good. He's just a pretty solid Premier League player, and I think he could do a bit of a job for us. So, got him in on loan from Hoffenheim, where he's had a very kind of good start to his career there as well. I signed a lot of youngsters, which I'll quickly whiz through because not many of them will be involved in the first team. But I bought an Ibrahim Basic on or basic. Maybe it's basic. He looks like a pretty basic player as well, to be fair. Mentally quite good, physically alright for an 18-year-old. Technically, let's not talk about it too much. He will get better. He is currently on the loan list, but funnily enough, no one wants to take him, and I don't know why. Got him for a free, though. So, this is a promising fullback. I think there's potential, although he's got too flair. Our new backup goalkeeper, David Matejka, signed for 49k. He's come in very good technically, physically pretty abysmal, although he's 6'4", so that side of it's good. But he's very slow off the mark at 5 acceleration. Yeah, he's not going to play much of a sweeper keeper, I don't think. And mentally, I mean, he's got good bits here and there. Leadership of 2 is pretty atrocious. Signing for the future, but let's just hope Woodman doesn't get injured. You'll see a lot of South Americans coming in because I finally managed to get my scouting network up to the world stage. So I've finally been able to go in and exploit that market a little bit. And with that in mind, I give you Hector Vera, who I signed from Atlético Nacional in Colombia for £1 million. I have to say it's £1 million very well spent. He is much better than a £1 million player. Technically very good, first touch passing, technique all stand out. Mentally he's pretty great. 18 determination, 16 composure, 15 work rate, all very good. And physically also very solid as well. 12 strength on a 6-footer. I'm expecting maybe a little bit more, but he is only young. He will get better. Capped under 23 level already. Pretty impressive. But not as impressive as his counterpart, Harold Diaz, who has just scored an equalising goal against Liverpool in our last game, which I recorded on camera and then couldn't use. Technically brilliant. 13 dribbling, 13 finishing, 15 first touch, 17 technique, 14 passing. Wow. Mentally, wow. Decision 17, determination 17, leadership, flair, all 15 or above, as is his vision. And physically, powerhouse. He's 5'10", he's quick, he's bloody strong, his stamina will go up, his balance is great, he is already improving, and he has already basically cemented himself a place in the first team. He has been absolutely brilliant, scoring on his debut, and I'm going to throw him in at the deep end today because I think he can handle it. £1 million from the same club as Vera. Very happy. Vera makes it sound like I've signed an 82-year-old lady. On to the last of the South American buys, Alex. Hello. 6'2" striker. Very good. On loan at Hull at the moment. Physically can get better. Mentally very good. Technically supreme in the places where he needs to be at this age. He's already got 1 goal at under 20 level for Brazil. Doing that at any level is tough. Doing it for Brazil, very exciting. He's already got 3 goals in 11 games for Hull. He's playing pretty well down there. Probably won't feature in the team for a few years, but I think that going forward he could be one to watch out for. He's a perfectionist, which is always great in terms of the personality stakes. He's an enthusiastic striker, shoots from distance, cuts the tie from the left wing. Very, very pleased. 2.3 million. Bargain. I said he was the last, he's not. We also got Michael Washington, who is a right winger, Brazilian, again, under 20 capped, so him and Alex should get on quite well. He's pretty decent, but yeah, not brilliant. He's on loan at Bristol Rovers. Let's see how he gets on. I signed him for about 2.5 million. Not made a very good start, playing at 6.5 in 5 games. I expected maybe a bit more. He might be one you don't see feature too much. The other 3 I think will do. Him I'm not sure. And now we move on to the ones that are actually kind of like bigger signings. We'll start with Franco, who's not made a very good start to his career, but I think he will get better. Is it Franco or Francho? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Wellmess and Zaragoza for £16 million. And I have to say, on paper, he looks like he is our best midfielder, and it is kind of hard to argue with that. Physically, he's pretty good. Kind of a small technical player, but mentally is where he excels. There's literally nothing below 12, which is insane. His vision's great, off the ball's great, decisions are great, anticipation's great, good determination, good concentration. Technically, he's pretty good in the places that he needs to be really good in. He's just a really good all-round midfielder, and I've got a funny feeling he's going to do very well, especially because he's only 21 years old. I think we might have signed a bit of a baller, but I could be wrong, but I'm not. Now, obviously, I've sold a couple of the centre-backs we had, and Gebbie is away on loan this year, which I'm on Burnley, so he's still going to get Premier League experience, but he wasn't going to get in ahead of some of the guys I've brought in. I brought in a brand new centre-back pairing in the first team, and that starts with Armel Balakotchap, or Ketchup, as I'm beginning to call him. Jovial character, physically incredible, mentally pretty decent, technically pretty decent. I just want a physical powerhouse. He's 6'3", he's built like an absolute tank, he is really quick, and I signed him for a very, very small £18.25 million, which obviously is quite a lot for Brentford, and for me, I don't tend to spend that much if I don't think that they're a very good player. He is. And he is partnered, arguably, with signing of the window in terms of value, and that is Zeno Van Hudson, a player we have had on the channel before. I believe I signed him in my Leeds save. I mean, what more can I say? Mentally, incredible. Technically, incredible. Physically, he's probably the only place that lets him down slightly, even though he's fine. He's fine physically. If he was just up in the 14s, 15s, he would be an elite centre-back. He is so good at 24 years old for a free. For a free, to get this for a free, insane. Absolutely insane. Best signing of the window by a mile. And our penultimate signing is a big one. Eder Nketiah has returned to the Brentford Community Stadium after a very successful spell over at Schalke, where he got 15 goals and 24 appearances in the league for them. He got 15 and 19 for us when we were in the Championship. He looks brilliant, in all fairness. He is annoyingly injured now. In the game against Liverpool, you would have seen me get very angry because he's injured for 2 months. But we all know what we're getting with him. Pace, finishing, pace. That's all you need. Delighted to have him, and he's made a pretty decent start. 3 goals and 7 appearances is not too bad, but without him I do worry where the goals are going to come from. £27.5 million got me in. Biggest signing I think I've ever made for Brentford, and hoping that he pays it back, although being out for 2 months is not a good start. And I've got one more signing. It's a very emotional signing, and But it just wouldn't be a micro-munch save if we did not sign Mohamed Darame. Mo Darame is back. Is that you blowing your nose?
No.
Or are you farting?
No.
Viewers, I'm really sorry you had to hear that. But Mo Darame is back. Darame! Goes Abby. But yeah, Darame's back. We all know what we're getting with him. I wouldn't have signed him if I couldn't have got him for 1.3 million. Earlier on in the save, I tried to sign him and it was 25 million. I thought, oh, go on, let's have a little look, see how he gets on in the Championship. Weren't having any of it. He's had a pretty decent season last year, in all fairness, with Copenhagen. It feels like he's growing into the role a little bit, with 8 goals and 15 appearances. And I thought, you know what, 1.3 million for a guy who I love and everyone loves. Let's just get him in. I have a problem. I'm trying to get it looked at. I'm going to see someone about it, but at the moment you'll just have to indulge me and indulge the cult that we're growing on this channel. Mo Darame is in yet another micro-munch save, but he hasn't actually made an appearance yet. He's got 2 goals and an assist though in the under-21 championships in Europe. Whoa, man. So in the season preview, we are expected to finish in 15th position. I expect us to be in another relegation battle. And to be fair, so far the season has kind of panned out a little bit like that. We had a very difficult start with Arsenal and Spurs in our first 2 fixtures. Didn't score, but did get a credible 0-0 with the Gunners. And we really should have won, to be honest. And Nketiah missed a hatful of chances. Then lost to a last-minute Harry Kane goal against Spurs, which was a bit disappointing. Then lost 2-0 at home to Villa, and I thought, oh, that's bad. Then it got worse. We lost to QPR on penalties in the Carabao Cup second round. Well, we went to penalties, so naturally I was going to lose. But then we did beat Blackburn, West Brom, drew with Burnley away at Turf Moor, not too bad, and then drew at home to Liverpool, which isn't too bad at all. And today we're taking on Goodison Park. We're taking on Everton. What is their brand new, well, it should be their brand new stadium, but I don't think it's happened yet, which is again Goodison Park down here. Apparently it's in a downpour. We've got a couple of injuries we need to worry about. My record against Everton is appalling. I've lost to them both. I never tend to beat them on Football Manager, and it's something I really, really want to change. So as I said, we're currently sat in 11th after 7 games played, which isn't the worst thing in the world. These seasons are going to go through quite quick, where if we're in a relegation battle, we'll focus on that. If we're going for Europe, we'll focus on that. If we're not really doing anything and we're sat mid-table, which might be the way that it is for a little while, then that's what we're going to do as well. Alright, so let's just deal with it. Apparently Harold Diaz is away on international duty. I didn't sign that off. Okay, so I've had a slight change of formation for when we're playing away from home, and that formation is that we're just literally changing to the 4-3-3. But I have had a little bit of a change in terms of like the roles within it. So the new back 4 looks like this. Woodman's in goal, Zeno Van Hudson, Bella Kotchap and Soufal make up the back 4. Then you've got Franco as the deep line playmaker in the middle. Loftus Cheek's playing as the Mazzala on attack. Normally that would be Diaz, but he's obviously apparently on international duty, which I didn't know about. Bukayo Samara is making his first appearance of the season back as the advanced playmaker. Missed him quite a lot, to be fair, towards the back end of last year. Amada's in on the left-hand side, which I'm not sure if that's a great one or a bad one. And Buemo's doing okay on the right-hand side, so I've kept him there. And Adam Eder is leading the line up front today, yet to score a goal. Facundo Torres, who is also yet to score a goal, is on the bench, as is Darame, Uwe Nusek, Josh De Silva, Ethan Ampadu, Mateka, and Ross McCrory. We've got plenty in store now. The squad is growing quite nicely into a decent Premier League squad. I'm feeling relatively content with what I've done in the transfer window, but let me know what you guys think. And obviously if you have enjoyed it so far, before I get beaten, then drop a like on the video. Please make me feel better before this happens. There's a lot of highlights already, and I'm not particularly happy about it. Is Ketchup finds Samara, good ball to Vlad Soufal, who's been given a bit more licence to go down the wings or so this year and get forward. Souf on the ball. He gets round, is that Calvert-Lewin? It might be. Souf tees it back. Samari whips it in, and Buemo at the front post. You've got to turn that in. How has he not turned that in? I need someone to tell me as well, because I was complaining about the commentators of the weekend, because I watched the entire Brentford versus Wolves game, and it was a really good watch. And they were calling it Mbumo. Have I been getting it wrong, or is Mbumo correct? What's the crack? Because I see an E in there, and then I automatically think Bue, you know? But maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm not, because no one's corrected me yet. Digne whips the ball in. Great goal by Alex Iwobi, who apparently is still the best player on Football Manager time and space. He's just ridiculous, and I have no idea why, because in real life, he is utter garbage. But he scores against me every time I play on this effing game. Harrison puts the ball in. They've nearly scored again as whoever Gaich is just keeps getting as many chances as he wants. Is he their foot forward? Is he? He's Argentinian target man. He's pretty good. That's annoying. It has not been a good start. I am not happy, it's safe to say, at all. They've got Lewis Cook, they've got Allen, John Joe Kenny, looks like they've got Jack Harrison on the right. It's just Iwobi, man. Iwobi is terrible. I just feel like without Nketiah, we're really going to struggle to score goals. It was something I tried to fix over the summer, was to try and get an out-and-out centre forward, but I still don't really feel like we've solved it. I'm not happy at half-time. It's not been a good game. We've not been very good. Loftus-Cheek is coming off because he's been awful. I'm going to bring on Ivanusek. He's going to go... I'm going to get him playing maybe as the shadow striker, just behind Eder. And then we can have Armada on the left. I can swap the two of them around. Right, it looks like we might actually have some pressure in the Everton box. Oh, wait. No, we don't. We've given it away. Armada into Franco. Franco to Van Hudson into Samare. Back to Franco. Van Hudson. Good ball there to Thiago Armada, who drifts inside. Play the pass. That's an awful pass. And, of course, they're off on the counter-attack. Gaich plays it to Allen. To Harrison, to John Joe Kenny, who's probably going to whip in one of the world's best ever crosses. There it is, back post, Calvert-Lewin heads over. The donkeys of Everton are giving me the runaround and I'm not happy about it. Right, Durame is coming on. When you are in need of magic, you bring on Mo Durame. On he comes, inside forward, on attack, get your arse forward, sir, and just do me a solid. Even Usyk just lets Luca Digne nutmeg him twice. Love that. Digne in. Iwobi actually somehow did manage to get to that ball, even though I thought he would, because it's Alex Iwobi. I hate losing to Everton, can you tell? Harrison to Gaich to Lewis Cook. I'm enjoying the amount of space that they're getting down this right hand side as Kenny whips yet another ball in. Calvert-Lewin makes it 2. Brilliant goalkeeping from Woodman. Brilliant defending on that right hand side. Absolutely piss poor. I hate my life. It has been one of the worst performances of the entire series. And there have been some shockers. This is not good. Abby, can you put the kettle on for me, please? Soufal's playing at 6.3. So is Armada. So is... who else wants to play at 6.3? I absolutely detest Everton. As Iwobi... That is Alex Iwobi. That's Alex Iwobi. Not that bollocks in the first half. That is Alex Iwobi. Hitting a shot 20 yards wide is Alex Iwobi. Anything less than that is a lie. Armada on the ball. Plays it to Ait Nouri. Are we going to have a shot? Are we going to get into their half? No, Ait Nouri's taken a tumble like it's flipping Jenga. Honestly. Samara to Ivanusek. Ivanusek to Facundo Torres. Oh my word, what a goal by Facundo Torres. Oh, I shouldn't have slated him. Come on, guys, just get the ball forward. That's our second shot on target we've scored. If we get a second here, I'm going to go absolutely spare. Soufal into Barrios. Barrios back to Cook. To Digne. Barrios into Wilson. Great goalkeeping. I can't believe I'm saying it, but it's come down that right-hand side. Can you imagine? I'm throwing a water bottle. I'm far from pleased. Really, really angry. A really, really poor performance, and it's not been the best of starts to the season. In terms of where we come back, we're going to come back for Sheffield United away and Chelsea at home, because it's been a while since we saw Sheffield United, and that could be a relegation battle. And also, we haven't seen Chelsea yet in the save, so I really want to see them. They haven't really been playing maybe as well as they should be, but I'm sure we'll be able to guarantee them a win. We will see. I'm gutted by that. 4 games unbeaten, play against Everton because Alex Iwobi is the best player in world football. Ridiculous. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. I hope you have enjoyed it and watched me getting very angry. If you have, then of course, please do drop a like on the video, share, and subscribe. And until the next time I see you for Season 4, well, hopefully we'll get through it quite quickly because we won't be in a relegation battle. Stay cool, everyone. Honestly.